This is JTN and she has the biggest AoE skill in any MOBA, and I'm talking about whole map level. But here's the thing, is it actually hard to use? Today I'm gonna compare her to Yishing from Honor of Kings, biggest AoE hero from Wild Rift, and finally all the way down to the smallest AoE hero in MOBAs right after this sponsor. Top up live. If you play HOK, Mobile Legend or other game with skins and Top Up Live is the most reliable way to recharge. You just select your game, your ID, and boom, diamonds or token delivered instantly straight from your phone. Even better if you use my code HUH for 12% off on your first top up. Thank you Top Up Live for sponsoring today's video. All the links are in description and pinned comment. Alright, let's start from the very bottom. This is Karina from Mobile Legend. Quick note before we begin, for this video, I'm only counting AoE skills by their actual area covered and range, not buffs, not dashes, and not straight line ults like Xavier or Moscov's. That wouldn't be fair. And that's why we are looking at Karina's skill 2. It's technically hits in an area, but it's so tiny you almost missed it. Here is her full skill for context. Skill 1 movement speed boost, blocks basic attacks, reflects damage and buffs her next basic attack. Skill 2 the spinning slash, her only AoE, tiny radius. Skill 3 dash to a target, leaves a shadow, and if they die in 5 seconds, cooldown resets. So how useful is this little spin? I played her jungle and went crazy with 18 kills in one game. But because her AoE is so small, she always has to jump right into danger. High risk, high reward.
Triple kill.
And in this case, the game ended in defeat. So that's our baseline, the tiniest AoE in the lineup. But what happens when we move up to a hero who can actually swing fights with much bigger AoE? Next up, Honor of Kings. I actually tested almost every hero's skills in practice mode to see which one had the largest AoE, and I ended up with Yishing. Here's his skill. Skill 1. Place a VQ stone, gives vision, damage enemies. The stone can be pulled by skill 2 for extra damage and slows. Skill 2 creates a VQ transformation that pulls enemies to the center and damages them. Skill 3, the one I'm counting as AoE, draws a massive VU board. It launches enemies, marks them and locks them inside while giving Yishing movement speed. Now the question is, does bigger AoE means better? And how does it compare to the largest AoE in all MOBAs? I played him in farm lane, basically gold or bottom lane. Since mid was already taken, early on I was doing really well. 5 kills, 5 assists, and his big AoE range meant I could poke constantly. In team fights, my presence was huge. Every fight that board pulled enemy in. I even ended up with the most damage in my team.
For attacking. Sacrifice with
Enemy killing spree. Shut down.
start the line. Look!
You have slain that.
Combo.
Enemy pentakill.
But here's the catch, we still lost. So yeah, Yishing has one of the biggest AoEs in HOK, but big range doesn't always guarantee a win. And if you thought this was big, wait until you see Pantheon's ult in Wild Rift. This is Pantheon from Wild Rift. Just like in HOK, I tested almost every hero's skill in practice mode to see which one had the largest AoE and ended up with Pantheon. And to keep things fair, I didn't count straight line global ults since they don't really cover an area. Here's Pantheon's skill. Skill 1. Stab or throws a spear. Extra damage on low HP targets. Skill 2. Dashing, stunt and follow up with empowered strikes. Skill 3. Shield block from one direction, then slam forward for damage. Skill 4. The big AoE. Grand Starfall. Pantheon leaps into the air, throws a spear, then crashes down in a massive circular AoE that covers half the map. Sounds insane, right? But let's see how it actually plays out. I tried him in jungle with 230 ping. Yeah, that was already rough. The ult covers a huge area, more than half the map. But the downside, it takes so long to land that enemies almost always escape. In my match, I ended up dying 7 times, and if you think that's bad, my teammates. So even though Pantheon has the biggest AoE in Wild Rift, it wasn't very skillful. Too much setup, not enough impact. But what about the biggest AoE in all of MOBAs? Will it be just disappointing or actually broken? Let's find out. Now it's time for the biggest AoE skill in every MOBA. Across more than 500 heroes, I believe JTN has the widest AoE of all. Why? Because her ultimate covers the entire map, no limits on how many enemies it hits, and the best part, it's literally one tap. Here is her skills. Skill 1, Phoenix Wave, simple directional magic damage while moving. Skill 2, Phoenix Spirit, summons a spirit that slows and burns enemies. You can even relocate it for a second rush. Skill 3, the star of the show, Divine Retribution. JTN grants all allies a movement speed boost while blasting every enemy hero on the map. It deals damage, stuns and gives full vision of the enemy. It sounds broken, but how does it actually perform in a real match? I played JTN mid lane and the enemy surrendered at just 8 minutes and 2 seconds. I had only 2 kills and 8 assists, but my ult was so powerful I didn't even need to go full damage. Instead, I built cooldown reduction and spammed it. And here's where she shined. Not just in the damage but in control, doing Lord, Turtle or even fighting without enemy vision. One button and suddenly the whole enemy team is revealed, slowed and stunned. So yeah, JTN might not top the damage chart, but when it comes to area of effect, she is without a question the queen of AoE in MOBAs.